Alright guys, you might be wondering why I'm wearing a bicep blaster in my backyard, but I'm going to tell you why this bicep blaster is going to reveal a training secret that is going to change the way that you train your biceps forever. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to get bigger arms while you're losing body fat and while you're getting shredded. There are 3 things that you have to do, and if you don't do these 3 things, it will make it absolutely impossible to get bigger arms while you're losing body fat. So I guarantee you, you've never tried these things in your entire life. It's gonna be such a cool video. I'm gonna take you through my bicep workout today, talk about some training hacks, and talk about the 3 things that you have to do to get bigger biceps while losing body fat.
You ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.
Alright guys, so the first concept is going to be you have got to train your arms in a different way than you've ever trained them in your entire life. You have to add more intensity, you have to add more overload, you have to hit them from unique angles, you have to implement advanced training techniques, you have to throw the kitchen sink at your bicep and tricep training. Now, this video is gonna cover my bicep routine, and we're gonna talk predominantly about biceps. I'm gonna do a tricep video very soon. And by the way, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that big notification bell, because we got daily uploads coming all summer long. So with your bicep training, you have got to just think of it like this. Your body is an adaptation machine. And if you go in the gym, especially on a caloric deficit, and you're doing the same thing, you're doing your hammer curls, you're doing your barbell straight curls, you're doing the same bicep routine every time, it's gonna do nothing. So the first thing is you have got to shock your body. Now let's talk about how we're actually gonna create more micro tears in our biceps than your body is accustomed to, which is going to unleash growth, even on a caloric deficit, if you follow tips 2 and 3 that I'm gonna cover after this workout. Now, watch this clip. This is the wrong way to do bicep training. Watch this first clip. So you see how I'm kind of swinging my arms, kind of doing hammer curls. Sort of looks like every type of hammer curl that you see most guys do at the gym. Now, let's go back to the bicep blaster. Why did I say the bicep blaster is a key to unleashing your bicep training? And think about this, guys. I have bad bicep genetics, so I know if this works for me, I'm nothing special. It's probably gonna work for you even better. I have very long arms. I have like a 6'6" wingspan, and I'm about 6'1". 6'1", so I'm very, very long and tall. So if this works for me and you're shorter, you have shorter arms, your biceps are going to explode. Now, why does a bicep blaster work so effectively? Think about it. Most people are curling and their shoulders are back here. They're getting too much anterior deltoid involved in the movement. Now watch the second clip, what I did here. I have a slight bend in my knees right here. And what I'm doing is I'm forcing my elbows to be ahead of my body. So instead of back here, where I'm engaging my anterior deltoid, my elbows are in front. So I'm putting the elbow, shoulder in front of my body, and you will feel a dramatic difference in how your biceps are engaged. Like, it's just a completely different exercise. Instead of working 60% of your anterior deltoid, you're working 100% of your biceps. And the X factor is right here on my arm, my hand. Try to twist it out this way at the end of the movement. So twist, twist, and then the combination of having your hands out in front of your body and twisting and rotating, trying to bring this over here, is gonna be killer. Now mind-muscle connection. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you have to do to squeeze, like literally chase the pain. Chase that feeling in your bicep where it hurts, and try to contract, and don't rest at the bottom. Don't rest at the top, keep it nice and fluid throughout the motion. All right guys, so the second exercise is sort of mimicking easy bar curls, but I like it a lot better. It's with dumbbells. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the dumbbells together real close, and then you can go both at the same time. I just went one at a time. And once again, I'm just going slow and controlled, trying to put all of that mind-muscle connection right on my biceps, twisting out a little bit, keeping my palms up, and going very, very slow on the eccentric portion. The eccentric is so important. It's gonna create more micro tears right in your biceps. So eccentric overload is one of my favorite training concepts of all time. Just going down nice and slow and controlled is gonna give you guys a whole different workout experience. And then what I superset this with is very, very unique. And It works best if your biceps are already fatigued. So I recommend doing it as a superset, and the first time you do this, you're gonna be very sore. Remember, we gotta shock our biceps. We have to throw the kitchen sink at our bicep training to get them to grow in a caloric deficit. And you're probably wondering how that's gonna happen. Just wait till steps 2 and 3 when we cover the nutrition and a few other things. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing these little plate twists. Now, one of the biceps' major functions, or the reason why it exists, is for wrist rotation. So when your bicep is already really fatigued and you just bring a plate and twist with your wrist, even without weight, see my bicep moving? You see it in the video? My bicep is engaged. So doing this superset when your biceps are already really fatigued, you have a massive bicep pump, is a great way just to create more micro tears and shock the muscle in a different way. So you can go all the way up to like 10, 15 pounds if you want. You can also use a dumbbell with this one, but it is an awesome superset to throw into all of your arm training. So next up, what I did is FST7. Now FST7 means seven total sets, 8 to 12 repetition range. And it's all, once again, on mind-muscle connection. And a little trick with the preacher machine is don't go heavy. Just focus on creating the maximum amount of micro tears. I believe I've got up to like 3 plates on the preacher curl machine with bad form. FST7 biceps, I do about 100 total reps in less than 10 minutes, and I'm only using a 45. And I have the most massive bicep pump after doing this. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm actually not going up all the way, because when I go up all the way, having long arms, it kind of hits my anterior deltoid. So what I'm doing is I'm going slow and controlled. And if you look up, like try to position your chest and your plane of vision up a little bit, I notice that I feel it a lot more in my biceps. It makes the exercise a lot more challenging because you can kind of cheat and like bring your whole back and your neck into it, and that's just not going to have the same effect. So FST7, 7 total sets, 8 to 12 repetition range. Try to shorten those rest times, 30 to 45 seconds. I guarantee you guys are resting too long. You're not shocking your body. Your body is bored and used to that bicep routine. So challenge yourself. When you don't want to do the next set, guess what? That is time to do the next set. So chase the pain. Try to challenge yourself in new and different ways. And the easiest way to do that is when you have that perfect exercise that emphasizes that bicep pump, shorten your rest time, and you guys are gonna have amazing results. I had to end the workout with the Bicep Blaster, one of my favorite training tools of all time. I don't sell them or anything. Alpha Lion might start producing workout equipment in the near future, but I love it. If you just look on Amazon for Bicep Blaster, or tons of different fitness personalities sell it. But like I was saying in the intro, the Bicep Blaster allows you to put your arms in front of your body. It's just gonna give you an incredible pump. And it was kind of funny because there was this guy at the gym who said he was like a former bodybuilder and he read Flex magazine for like 40 years. So he was like yelling at me, telling me to like twist my arm out in the clip. I'll cut to it so you guys can hear him for a second. But just make sure that you guys, if you guys wanna try this, make sure you go light and focus on like rotating your wrist out. The same concept on the first exercise that I gave you with the dumbbells, try to apply to the Bicep Blaster. So you don't need to do anything fancy. You don't need to go really heavy. In fact, I've seen like some of the strongest, freakiest bodybuilders use a Bicep Blaster and they were only using like 35, 40 pounds. So I like to go, I think the heaviest I've ever gone was 30 and I felt a much better bicep pump doing 25. So go light, slow and controlled, same concept, and you guys are gonna have amazing results. So I wanna get into steps 2 and 3 so you can maximize your results and actually help your biceps grow even while shredding, getting 6-pack abs, being in a caloric deficit. Now, this one is key and it definitely helps if you're doing carbohydrate cycling, and let me explain why. And this is the same protocol. If you guys are familiar with a guy by the name of Lane Norton, he's one of the most respected sports nutrition experts and bodybuilding experts in the world. And he talks about the incredible anabolic effects of a high carbohydrate day while you're carbohydrate cycling and in an overall deficit for the week. So if you're doing carbohydrate cycling, you're trying to bring up your arms while losing body fat, the best thing to do is time it on your high carbohydrate day. So insulin is highly anabolic. In fact, according to the book Advanced Nutrient Timing, insulin is the most anabolic substance in your body, even more anabolic than testosterone. So if you have 1 day per week where you're eating 400, 450 carbs, do your arm day on that day when you have the maximum anabolic effect going on in your body. That's gonna be the only way you have a fighting chance to actually make those arms grow and recover optimally. So I do carbohydrate timing, or carbohydrate cycling and carbohydrate timing, and my pull day is always my high carb day because I'm trying to bring up my upper lats and my biceps. So have, if you're doing like 2 low carb days, 4 moderate carb days and 1 high carb day, have 1 crazy pull bicep day, save it for that high carb day. And then step number 3 is don't overtrain your biceps in a caloric deficit. I know I have my results of training arms for 30 days video and the nuclei overload training, but for optimal results, while being in a caloric deficit and shredding, I definitely recommend you work them out once per week. But when you work them out once per week, sorry, there's a mosquito on our camera woman, Kitty Gaines. So when you work them out once per week, you shock them. You train them like a savage, like you have never trained your biceps before, but only once per week. So by training your biceps once a week and training them and shocking the muscle in a different way than they've ever been shocked before, you're gonna maximize the results. So quick recap, we got mosquitoes out here. You know, shock the fuck out of your biceps. Insane training, advanced training techniques. Never do the same workout twice, or if you do that workout, make sure you add 5 pounds to it. I'm gonna throw you guys a ton of different advanced training techniques and different exercises. And then, of course, the high carb day, and also the no more than once per week on your pull day. So I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes in the backyard here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the video tomorrow.
Twist it first before you go up. Twist it, look for the pain, then go up. Yeah. Twist it first. Oh, but don't go up and twist. Twist it when it's all the way down and it's most painful. Oh, stop that.
Right here.
Go the next one. Twist it first, then go up. Yeah. You're looking for shortcuts. Twist it first. Don't go up, then go up. That's it.